Dolphins fans, congratulations on the win. It's 1000% clear that you guys are being ran with a plan in place, with a vision. You guys have an identity. You guys face adversity. Last week, losing a heartbreaker against the Tennessee Titans. No Xavier Howard, no Javon Holland, no Elliott. Mixing and matching on the offensive line, no Tyreek Hill. Doesn't matter, you guys figured it out. 30-0. What an absolute disgrace by the New York Jets today, by Robert Saleh and Nathaniel Hackett. Losing 30-0 when the Jets just lost to the Dolphins a couple of weeks ago on Black Friday. I mean, you look at how this Jets team performs within their division, swept against the Dolphins this season. Saleh still, believe it or not, is winless against the New England Patriots. I believe he's 0 for 5. I think he's 0 for 5. Yeah, I believe, yeah, 0, because he's been here for 2.5 years. And we still have the Patriots, yeah, so got swept his first year, swept the second year, lost, obviously, in whatever it was, week 3 this season. What an embarrassment. I mean, a game like today makes you look back at last week and not only just throw it in the trash, but say, you know what, that was an anomaly. The win, our lone win in a month and a half, is an anomaly. Right? A broken clock is right twice a day. That's what today makes you say. Losses like today make you, whether you're a fan, whether you're a player, whether you're, even a positional coach, it makes you question everything in place. It makes you look at it, look at the situation, look at the organization, look at the shot callers, the figureheads, and say, honestly, what are we doing? Something is wrong here. Win now football teams do not get blown out like this on a consistent basis. And I know we snapped the losing streak last week, but I mean, 1 step forward, 3 steps backwards. I mean, that's seriously what it feels like. I mean, geez, like here we are again, where we can't throw the ball, we can't run the ball, we can't pass protect, we can't run block. We constantly are seeing these short passes go for nothing. It's almost like these plays are designed to go backwards in the passing game. Are you serious? Right? We have another game with more injuries. We have another game where we're putrid on 3rd down. I want to use another word, but I'm not going to. Another game where we have multiple sacks. How many times was Zach Wilson and Trevor Siemian sacked today? I counted 5. Might have even been 6. And it's not necessarily all on the offensive line. Sometimes it's the quarterback holding onto the football for too long, but it's just like, can something go right for once offensively, right? And I know we had last week, but like there was zero carryover from last week to this week. And it pisses me off looking at a team like the Miami Dolphins, because it's not like they were flying, they are coming in fully loaded, locked in. Oh, we got the full healthy squad, and you guys are playing without Aaron Rodgers. No Tyreek Hill, no Holland. These guys are really, really good football players. No Xavier Howard. God, Bradley Chubb is just wrecking the game. Our offensive line is just, it's the equivalent of somebody getting on the subway, going through a turnstile. It's like, that's how easy it is for the Dolphins, scratch that, not the Dolphins, but any defensive line to get to our quarterback, to get to our running backs. I mean, when was the last time? Like, I understand that the game is, so revolved around quarterback play, and those are the stars of the team. I understand that completely. But I need to emphasize the offensive line in the running game it's god awful, and it needs to be talked about. If that alone was just better, we would look so much better offensively as a complete unit. I mean, when was the last time we talked about a great game from Breece Hall? When was the last time we talked about a great game from Dalvin Cook? The answer to that is never. What about Michael Carter? Oh, he's off the team now. He was cut. He was cut on a cheap rookie deal. He was released. And the reasoning behind that was to play Izzy Abanikanda. When was the last time we've said his name during a game? Only when the Jets are being blown out, or it's over and he's getting snaps in the 4th quarter. It's a complete embarrassment. It's a disgrace. It's a slap in the face. We got Joe Douglas, who just enables losing, literally making moves to literally not even trying to make moves. He's not even looking to upgrade this football team. Zero moves being made on the offensive line. I think the only move that I can, think back to of notable, that should be, that I guess relevant to talk about is Roger Saffold, who was signed 5 minutes after the trade deadline ended. And Saffold last week was talked about potentially as a playable option because we have so many injuries. I think, what was it, like 8 different right guards have played for the Jets this season, and we've seen like 10 or 11 straight offensive line, different starting lineups. I mean, it's a joke, and it's like Saffold isn't even ready to play. Like, he's not even in game shape, and he's been on the team since the trade deadline. I mean, what are we even doing? Joe Douglas, what are we even doing? Carson Wentz calls, is pestering the Jets for a workout. Hey, maybe I can step in and help the team. Maybe I'm horrible. Who knows? Joe Douglas does not have a clue. But at least try, at least see. With all of the success that you see from backup quarterbacks this season, Browning, Minshew, the list goes on. I could sit here and talk about it for 10 minutes. I feel like this is like the year of the backup quarterback. And even like there's solid backup quarterbacks out there that are, that in my opinion would have helped the Jets this season. They're not even getting a shot, Andy Dalton in Carolina, Jameis Winston with New Orleans, Marcus Mariota in Philly, it's just a disgrace from top to bottom. Again, this is one of those games coming off a win in Houston where you think you've taken steps in the right direction. Hey, can we build off some of this stuff? Nope. In fact, we're going to go backwards. We're going to actually roll out one of the worst losses of the season, losing again to the Miami Dolphins, a rival team. If you think back to that Black Friday game, we had Dolphins players dancing, laughing on the field. We had running backs for the Miami Dolphins running horizontally on the goal line, not taking it in. It's so disrespectful. We had Mike McDaniel trolling Jets fans on the sidelines, talking about, the Dolphins are winning and whatnot. The Jets didn't do anything about it then, and we followed it up by looking worse. So I can't wait to hop on and, check out this press conference with Robert Saleh and listen about, listen to, the lack of execution and, we have to give credit to Miami and, we shot ourselves in the foot and, we just got to get back to the drawing board. No accountability. Will anybody step up and to me, I find it absolutely ridiculous that Aaron Rodgers has to step up coming off an Achilles injury, trying to come back in record time. Him being on the sidelines, he's like the only leader this team actually has, right? Like, I'm talking not necessarily like a, motivational guy, like Joe Douglas solid. Like, I want to see this leadership from the head coach. Why is it Aaron Rodgers' responsibility to step in and right the ship? And he's not even playing. He has to rehab from his Achilles. And if he's not there, it's like all hell breaks loose. It's like, where's the foundation? Are the Jets stable at all? The answer is no. Just complete dysfunction. And, they're constantly panning over to Aaron Rodgers, throughout the game. And he's shaking his head. He looks pissed off. It's like, God, I don't blame him. I mean, there's like, it's at the end of the season. We got 3 games left. And there's confusion on the offensive line. We're being penalized. We still roll out stupid penalties. Guys are like looking lost offensively. I've said it once, I'll say it again. If you want to offer up any offensive coordinator in football, I'll take any other one than Nathaniel Hackett. All 31. I would rather have even the guys that have been fired. Frank Reich, I'll take him over Nathaniel Hackett. Like, I just don't understand so many issues, so many problems. I mean, what offense out there can say, yeah, we're horrible with throwing, we're horrible with running, we can't run block, we can't pass block, we constantly give the defense a letdown performance, we constantly fail in the red zone, we constantly fail on third downs. It's like the margin of error is so damn small because everything has to line up. It's like Hackett has to dial up a good play call. Then we have to have the offensive line block / protect if it's a run or a pass. Then we actually have to have the quarterback go out and execute, deliver a solid pass. Then we have to make sure that the wide receiver or tight end or running back out of the flat catches the football. And then everybody has to pause. Hold on a second. Is there a flag? Is it coming back? Because we've seen that plenty. Every time the Jets have a positive play, not every time, it's admittedly an over-exaggeration there, but a lot, Jets have a positive play, it gets called back due to a holding or, illegal motion or whatever the case may be. So, God, 1 step forward last week, 3 steps backwards. It's a slap in the face. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Again, Dolphins fans, congrats on the win. You guys deserved it. You guys had adversity last week against Tennessee, all the injuries, and you battled back and you found a way. Solo wants to talk about all gas, no brake, all these mantras. I mean, we don't play like all gas, no brake. We come out flat every week. Every week. It's slow. It's sluggish. It's 0 points here, 0 points there, 0 points at the end of the first quarter. Hardly 0 points. I mean, today we can say 0 points at the end of the game. All gas, no brake. It's all talk, no results. That's what the mantra is in actuality. I'll leave it there. God, sorry for another negative video. I thought we started to turn the corner last week in a downpour, MetLife Stadium, big multi-score win, but we're going backwards. Thanks so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And as always, go Jets.